Mr. Brijesh Kalappa, my question to you is this. You know, Rahul Gandhi in his press conference has said that in Haryana, 25 lakh vote chori, therefore Sarkar chori. And before the election, every exit poll was predicting a win for Haryana. I agree with you. Every exit poll was predicting a win for Haryana. But my point is that I don't think even people who make exit polls take those exit polls seriously. You know the track record of exit polls in this country. Can you just peg something like Sarkar chori on exit polls being proven wrong?
No, I think, see, the first thing is, Shreya, that I think he made more than the exit polls. He made a very important point about the postal ballots. Usually there is some kind of a correlation between the votes cast and the postal ballots, and he has also pointed out that 73% of the votes cast were in favor of the Congress party and only 13% went to the BJP. So I think that is a large indication more than the exit polls. I think this is the essential aspect. Now, Mr. Singh just pointed, Mr. Singh is an old friend of mine, and he just pointed out that as far as Himachal Pradesh is concerned, you know, there was a very small, slim victory, line of victory. I think as far as the BJP is concerned, let them take it up. Let them bring the facts to the table. Because ultimately, we are not challenging the Bharatiya Janata Party. The more and more Bharatiya Janata Party stands in the place of the Election Commission and says no, and justifies what the Election Commission is doing, the more it becomes a Brazilian Janata Party. I think the first thing they must understand is that the more they stand with the Election Commission, it's very clear that they are standing with somebody who is completely tainted. But the last time their minister, Mr. Anurag Thakur, came and gave 20 instances of vote chori and so on and so forth. Join us. If you are saying that there is vote chori, join us. Let's cleanse the system. Why are you standing on the side of somebody
Mr.
who is so tainted?
But the BJP will argue they are cleansing the system. They are doing SIR, which all of you are against today. Even the Kerala government has said they are approaching the Supreme Court against SIR. तो होने दीजिए ना, गड़बड़ है वोटर लिस्ट में. I think that has been proven beyond doubt. अगर गड़बड़ है, let it be cleansed. As the Election Commission says, SIR is the process of शुद्धिकरण. कर दीजिए.
As far as the SIR is concerned, Shreya, I think it's very clear that there was a very small, just a few months difference between the parliament elections in central elections and the Haryana state elections. Now, why were 3.5 lakh votes deleted? See, that is also an SIR. See, when it suits the BJP, they delete votes. Can you imagine any state where 65 lakh electors are deleted? And everybody knows which kind of electors are deleted.
But the
what
election
their profile
commission is
everybody
saying,
knows.
But the election commission is saying that Rahul Gandhi is saying that all these additional voters and fake voters are actually voting for the BJP. The election commission is saying no. If you look at data, they've actually voted for the Congress party. Anyway, let Shubhrastha come in. Shubhrastha is someone who's seen the press conference as keenly as most of us have, because it was much anticipated. 1 minute, Mr. Kalappa. Can I ask you what you thought of it objectively?
Shreya, I just have one clarification to make. I am not privy to this information, but has Rahul Gandhi submitted any written proof or a written affidavit to the Election Commission of India, or has he taken it to the courts? The fancy presentation that he made today?
No,
has he
hasn't.
Yet?
He hasn't.
That has been the charge that most of us, and of course, the BJP will definitely take it up in the way that I'm saying it, because the ruling party and the Election Commission has been asking Rahul Gandhi to do the same for a very long time now. And if it is really a hydrogen bomb, I hope it is not, but if it is, then why is he shying away from giving a written complaint to the Election Commission of India? Because now the question, Shreya, from now on, we'll have to discuss institutional rigor. And institutions do not work on fancy PowerPoint presentations. As of now, I think institutions will work only when you have a procedural, overlay to it. The second point which I want to make is this. I think more than the kind of proof, alleged proof that Rahul Gandhi is trying to prove in the public domain, it is about the framing. He has been talking about erosion of democratic institutions in this country for a really long time. It sounds very, for the lack of a better word, extremely attractive to hear that institutions are eroding and therefore the youth must come together to, rise up against the system. All that is fine. My problem is How are we going to take it forward then? What is the procedure? Point number one. Point number two, Election Commission is not doing any favor to this entire narrative by not coming out clean and holding maybe a press conference or laying out the agenda as it should. It should come out and say that if at all I were to believe Mr. Mohammad Amin that there may be procedural lapses, etc., why can't the Election Commission of India come and say this? I think it has the fiduciary responsibility of ensuring that the trust in our democratic institutions is not eroded. It is not just about holding elections and peaceful transition of power. That is procedural. When one talks about the fiduciary responsibility, it becomes morally important that the Election Commission of India comes out and discusses this. Otherwise, BJP and Congress will continue to do what they are doing. But as citizens and as institutions like ECI, that's where the real conversation should be.